The air is thick with fear. It clings to the skin, seeps into the bones, and makes every breath a laborious task. The island of Pemba, once a serene and tranquil place, now lies under a blanket of dread. On the island of Pemba, a name now synonymous with dread, the villagers live in constant fear. The once vibrant community now moves with caution, their eyes darting to the shadows, ears straining for the faintest whisper of danger. Whispers of a malevolent entity echo through the night. These whispers are not just figments of imagination, but are rooted in the chilling reality of their existence. The name Popobawa is spoken in hushed tones, a name that carries the weight of terror and despair. Popobawa, they call it, a name that sends shivers down the spines of even the bravest souls. This creature, this entity, is not bound by the laws of the natural world. It moves with an eerie silence, its presence felt rather than seen, a shadow that looms over the island. This is no mere legend, no campfire story to frighten children. Popobawa is real. The villagers have seen it, felt its wrath, and bear the scars of its malevolence. The stories passed down through generations are not just tales but warnings, a testament to the horrors that lurk in the darkness. Its origins, shrouded in darkness, speak of a vengeful spirit, a jinn seeking retribution for a terrible wrong. The ancient ruins scattered across the island are silent witnesses to the birth of this terror, each stone holding a piece of the dark history that gave rise to Popobawa. Some say it was summoned by a sheikh, angered by the injustices inflicted upon his people. This sheikh, a man of great power and knowledge, called upon forces beyond our understanding, seeking vengeance for the wrongs done to his kin. The ritual, performed under a stormy sky, unleashed a force that could not be contained. Others believe it to be the tormented soul of a man, twisted and driven mad by unimaginable suffering. This man, once a member of the community, was consumed by his pain and transformed into something monstrous. His cries of anguish still echo through the night, a reminder of the suffering that birthed Popobawa. Whatever the truth, one thing is certain. Popobawa is a force to be reckoned with, a terrifying embodiment of our deepest fears. It is a manifestation of the darkness that resides within us all, a reminder that sometimes the greatest horrors are born not from the outside world, but from within our own hearts and minds. The island of Pemba will never be the same, forever haunted by the shadow of Popobawa. Imagine, if you will, a creature born from nightmares. Popobawa is no ethereal being, no wisp of smoke or figment of the imagination. It is flesh and blood, albeit twisted and grotesque. Witnesses describe a hulking figure, its skin slick and grey like a hairless bat. Its eyes, glowing red in the darkness, burn with an unholy fire, reflecting a malevolence that chills the soul. Some say it walks upright, its long arms dragging along the ground, while others claim it crawls on all fours. Its movements swift and silent as a predator stalking its prey. But the most terrifying feature of all is its mouth. Stretched into a grotesque grin, it reveals rows of razor-sharp teeth, capable of tearing through flesh with ease. Popobawa is not content with simply instilling fear. It craves power, dominance, and its method of control is as insidious as it is terrifying. This creature, this demon, preys on the vulnerable, using darkness and our own fear against us. It enters homes under the cover of night, paralyzing its victims with fear before committing unspeakable acts. But Popobawa's reign of terror extends beyond physical violence. It is said to possess the ability to control minds, to plant thoughts and images into the minds of its victims, driving them to the brink of madness. Entire villages have been gripped by paranoia, their inhabitants driven to extremes by the unseen hand of this malevolent entity. Section 4. Encounters in the Night Tales from the Shadows. Stories of Popobawa's reign of terror are not mere folklore, whispered in hushed tones around campfires. These tales are deeply rooted in the collective memory of the people, passed down through generations, each retelling more vivid and terrifying than the last. The fear is palpable, a shared experience that binds the community together in their dread of the unknown. These are real accounts, documented and investigated, each more chilling than the last. Investigators have pored over old, weathered documents, piecing together the fragmented stories of those who have encountered the beast. By candlelight, they write in their journals, their hands trembling as they record the harrowing details. In 1995, panic gripped the island of Pemba as reports of Popobawa attacks surged. The island, usually a serene and peaceful place, was thrown into chaos. People ran through the streets, their faces etched with terror as the shadow of Popobawa loomed large over their lives. Hospitals were flooded with patients, both men and women, bearing the marks of the beast. Strange scratches, unexplained bruises, and a deep-seated terror in their eyes. Doctors and nurses worked tirelessly, trying to treat the physical wounds while grappling with the psychological scars that seemed impossible to heal. Families huddled together in fear, barricading their doors and windows, praying for the protection of any higher power that would listen. The sense of dread was overwhelming as parents clutched their children tightly, whispering prayers into the night, hoping to ward off the malevolent presence that seemed to lurk just outside their homes. The police were baffled, unable to explain the strange occurrences or apprehend the perpetrator. They sifted through strange evidence, each piece more perplexing than the last, as they tried to make sense of the chaos that had descended upon the island. Their usual methods of investigation seemed futile against the supernatural nature of the threat they faced. Even the most skeptical observers were left with a chilling sense of unease, unable to shake off the feeling that something sinister was afoot. The eerie emptiness of the streets at night, the way people glanced over their shoulders in fear, all pointed to a reality that was hard to deny. The presence of Popobawa was felt in every shadow, every whisper of the wind, a constant reminder of the darkness that lurked just beyond the edge of the light. Section 5. Fact, fiction, or fear? Unmasking the truth. Could Popobawa be real? Is it possible that a creature so monstrous, so utterly terrifying, could exist beyond the realms of myth and legend? Skeptics point to mass hysteria, suggesting that the stories are nothing more than the product of overactive imaginations and cultural anxieties. They argue that the lack of concrete evidence, the absence of photographic proof or physical remains, is enough to dismiss the legend as pure fabrication. But what of the eyewitness accounts? The sheer terror in the eyes of those who claim to have encountered Popobawa firsthand. Can fear itself be so powerful, so contagious, that it creates monsters where none exist? Section 6. A legend endures Popobawa's chilling legacy. Whether a real entity or a manifestation of our deepest fears, Popobawa's grip on the collective consciousness of Tanzania, and indeed the world, remains as strong as ever. The stories of Popobawa have been passed down through generations, whispered in hushed tones around campfires and shared in the safety of daylight. Each retelling adds a new layer to the myth, making it more terrifying and more real. The fear of Popobawa is not just a fear of the unknown, but a fear of the very real possibility that such a creature could exist. The legend serves as a chilling reminder of the power of belief, of the darkness that can lurk in the shadows of our minds. It is a story that taps into our primal fears, the fear of the dark, the fear of the unknown, and the fear of being hunted. Popobawa is not just a monster. It is a symbol of the fears that we all carry within us. The legend of Popobawa is a testament to the power of storytelling and the way it can shape our perceptions of the world around us. It is a cautionary tale, a warning against dabbling in the unknown, and a testament to the enduring power of fear itself. The story of Popobawa is a reminder that some things are better left unexplored, that there are forces in the world that we may never fully understand. It is a story that has been used to teach lessons, to warn against curiosity, and to instill a sense of caution in those who hear it. The legend of Popobawa is a powerful tool, used to control and to protect. And so, the next time you find yourself shrouded in darkness, remember the legend of Popobawa. Think of the stories that have been told, the warnings that have been given, and the fear that has been instilled. Remember that the darkness is not just a place, but a state of mind, and that the legend of Popobawa is a reminder of the power of that darkness. It is a reminder that fear is a powerful force, one that can shape our actions and our perceptions. Listen closely to the sounds of the night and pray that you never find yourself face to face with the monster that haunts the island of Pemba. The rustling of leaves, the distant hoot of an owl, the creak of a door in the wind, all these sounds take on a new meaning when you know the legend of Popobawa. They become reminders of the unseen dangers that lurk in the shadows, of the monsters that may be hiding just out of sight. So, as you listen to the sounds of the night, remember the legend of Popobawa, and let it be a reminder to always be cautious, to always be aware, and to never let your guard down.